Zimbabwe. Let's start with how we got to where we are now. I mean, why have five currencies basically collapsed or not worked in Zimbabwe since the 1980s?
Well, thanks for having me, Francis. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's a country where we learned about some of the most extremes, as you say, the second highest inflation rate ever recorded. That was in 2008. That led to the original independence Zimbabwe dollar dying, and that was replaced as a government of national unity came in with not just then President Mugabe, but his prime minister, Morgan Tsvangirai, getting Western support. And they therefore didn't have a problem getting hard currency. And they had a basket in 2009 to 13, and that was centered on the US dollar, but it wasn't that difficult to get dollars at the time. It was a big shock to everyone, as you say, that lose their savings in the 2000s. But then came the era of the bond notes, and they were replaced by the RTGS, real-time gross settlement. So central bankers come up with complicated names when they should have just said what it was, a Zim dollar. But that Zim dollar has been crashing, and they claimed at the time that it had been backed. In other words, there was something real behind it, namely a Cairo-based bank, Afreximbank, and that was supposedly a $200 million loan. But then we learned on Thursday from the new Reserve Bank governor who's just started, his name's John Moshavanu, and he said that the prior Reserve Bank governor, John Mangudya, was basically lying about the backing, which brings us now to this week, the ZiG, the Zimbabwe Gold, as the new currency. And people are asking much the same question. Can we really trust a Reserve Bank that has such an appalling record in keeping the currency stable?
So can it be different this time?
You know, the claim here is something that's very relevant to us in the BRICS network, because the BRICS Plus governments will be meeting in Russia in October, and they may make a little bit more progress towards de-dollarization and a gold-based system and possibly central bank currency. This is the agenda for those who, like myself, we don't trust the United States Federal Reserve. Okay, a little bit more than we do the Zimbabwe Reserve Bank, but